Hi everyone, welcome back to Plum Mashable. So I have another little mini haul. This isn't very much, and to be honest there's an item missing, but that's okay. This is a bit of an AliExpress haul, so it's not all from the same place and it's a bit of varied stuff. So if you want to see what I got, then just keep watching. Alright, so these are from a bunch of different shops and, well, there's really only 3 items here, but bunch of different shops and have bought them all for very specific reasons. So I'm going to start off with, when I say the most boring, the most simple, and the most noisy. Let's get it out of its bag. I bought a bunch of elastic, I don't know if it's elastic string or if that's what you call it, but it's what I'm using to make jump bands for my TNs. I'm using TNs a lot more than I thought I would. Kind of fallen in love with them. So I wanted to be able to make some jump bands and I wanted to be able to make them in different colours. These are very Ashley colours. So I have white, I have black, I have grey/silver, and I have navy. So I'm going to make myself some more jump bands. To be honest, these came a couple of weeks ago and I haven't had a chance to actually play to make some jump bands yet. But if you guys are interested in how I make them, I know it's a pretty boring video, but if you are interested and want to see sort of how you make them, Denise showed me how. If you want to see, let me know. I don't remember how much all of these cost, so I'll leave them down below. I bought this like a month and a half ago, which is why I'm really annoyed that one of my other things that I've ordered isn't here yet. Some of the other things that I've wanted to play with for a little while, and I did a little bit when I was making my invitations for my wedding, is wax seals. I'm really interested by them. I've been watching, I think she's called Planning Janny or something similar to that. I'll link it down below anyway, on Instagram. And I love the way that she's just so creative with the way she puts her planner weeks together. They're very interesting and I just love them, and she uses wax seals a lot. So I wanted to buy a couple because I think I've got one that's a heart and I'm not really that into hearts. So I've got these 3. So I've got a little leaf kind of one, I've got a pretty star one, this is the one that I've been using the most. This says made with love. You get the handles. I think I bought these 2 together. No, I don't remember. I think the leaf might have come on its own. But anyway, the handles are all interchangeable. So you take it off this one, put it on that one, whichever one you want. So far, really good. I'm actually going to give you a bit of an example of how to do a wax seal if you've never seen one before. Because the other thing I bought were all of these wax sticks in all these different colours. So the only thing, and again, this is really noisy. So the only thing I'd sort of noticed so far when I was playing with these is it was really hard to get colours. I just ended up with, you could get red or silver and that was basically it. So when I saw these ones with purple and teal and blue, I had to get that. So I'm going to show you sort of how to do a wax seal just in case you don't know. Again, I'll link all of these down below for you so you can go and check them out. I probably do this wrong, happy to admit it. This is the way I find the easiest, so just keep that in mind. So whenever I'm doing this, I like to cut how much wax I want off the stick. You can get different kinds of sticks. You can get them with a wick on the end, which I do have another one that has a wick. But I find that you don't get like a nice perfect circle. So if you're trying to put a really nice seal on it, you don't really get it. This is the way with the little spoon that I've had the most success to this point. So that's what I thought I'd show you, because I did get a little spoon when I bought the waxes. So I just go around to sort of score off where I want. And then depending on the wax, so the purple one that I tried before worked, but then you can kind of break it off a little bit. It is a bit hard, like obviously it's wax, it's not designed to be soft until you heat it up. You sort of start to hear it cracking along and you know you're getting somewhere. Aha! Sometimes you just need to grip it. So then you just put it in the little spoon and you heat it up. Pretty simple. So I'm just going to grab my matches. This little set I got here with the spoon and the wax came with this little candle as well, but obviously any candle is fine. Whoop. Well, that's never happened before. What the hell was that? And I burnt my desk. That's why you don't play with fire. I burnt my desk, guys. I'm not happy. There we go. Don't go out. Okay, candle lit. That was a bit harder than I thought it was going to be. So then you put the little bit of wax, and the reason that you cut the little bit off is so that it's a little bit easier to kind of put there. And then you hold it above the flame. Now, things I've learnt, hold it above the flame, not in the flame. The reason that happens is, or the reason you do that is because if you put it in the flame, it tends to leave a black soot on the bottom of the spoon, which is then hard to clean. So if you keep it kind of just above and hold it there, that's sort of that's the easy way to do it. I find this works really well. It doesn't take any longer to do it this way than the other way. So the other thing that I did buy that has not yet arrived, and like I said, I ordered this like a month and a half ago. Ryan ordered them all on the same day. I don't know why they've taken so long to get here. The other thing I bought was like a little TN. Have you seen like those metal TN notebook holder, opener holder thingies? Because again, I've been using my TNs rather a lot. And sometimes keeping the pages open is really hard. So I bought one of those just to kind of help me out, but it hasn't kind of arrived yet. So when it arrives, I'll put it up on Instagram so you guys can see it, which it's just disappointing it's not already here. So other things I know that you can do with wax is if you wanted to mix colours together, that is something that you can do. You can get your little kind of scoring tool or whatever you want and mix the colours together. That's the next sort of big frontier for me. I want to play with mixing them. I also like to just push, because that's the solid bit that's still at the top there. I push that down into the wax, which just helps that top bit melt a little bit faster. This is about as much as this little spoon can hold, just FYI. So there was like maybe like a centimetre that I pulled off the edge there. It really can't hold any more than that, and quite honestly, you don't need any more than that. I think about half of that would have been fine. That's what I used for the purple one. Alright, so once that's a little bit kind of, what's the word? Melted? There we go. You just use the little spoon here, or use the little, what's the word I'm looking for? There's a little lip on the spoon to pour that out. I still left a little bit of soot there. And I'm going to do the star one for you guys. So this is definitely too much wax. So then you put it, and I can never get it right. It's always one side doesn't quite work. But what I love about these seals as opposed to the one that I used before, these actual seal bits, this sort of metal bit is really heavy, and that gives you a really great impression without you having to push. Like you just leave it there, walk away for a couple of seconds, and then when I pull that off, and I'll zoom in so you guys can see, but it's such a good impression because it's got the weight. I think the one that I used to use, which looks like this, is about, that's probably half the weight of this one. That's the one I used on my wedding invitations, and it did okay sometimes, but most of the time it was not a waste of time, but pretty close. So I like these really heavy ones. I might have to get a couple more designs, but so far I really like these. I think they're really, really pretty. And like I said, I've been using the Made with Love one a lot on the back of cards. So loving these at the moment, and I'm looking forward to finding new ways to use them, like on my Memory Decks card or on envelopes or things like that. So that is my little AliExpress haul. I don't order from them too often because quite honestly, I am a very, very impatient person and I don't like waiting for things to come. But if you don't mind the wait and you want to sort of get some things that are a little bit different, they're cheap. They're generally pretty good quality. I haven't bought anything from there that's like really crap, but I would be interested to see if you do get anything that's really crap. But so far it's been a good experience. So I will let you know if I come across any issues using any of these. As I do, I definitely will be showing a video very soon using some of the waxes, probably in particular, and how I use them in my memory decks, probably more than anything else. So if you want to see those, just leave your suggestions for how to use these down below. Make sure you're following me on all of my socials and you are subscribed here on YouTube as well. Hope you guys have an absolutely fantastic, fantastic weekend, and I will see you for decoration on Sunday. Sending lots of huggles. Bye!